My name is Cynthia, and today I'm going to give you my top 10 tips. My top 10 tips are on the topic of custody. If you are not married and you have a custody battle. First tip, have you established who the father is? Formally in court, by that I mean. Have you done a paternity test to show that that man is in fact the father of your child or children? If you have, the court will then most likely set up things like child support and parenting time and that kind of stuff. But if you haven't done that, it's very important that you do that, because he has no rights at all, and you have no rights with him. So you have to have something in court to tell you that, what's going on with that. Now, the bottom line for anything you do with child custody is what's in the best interest of the kids. Is it in the best interest of the kids to be around the father or the mother? Yes, it is. Most of the time. Now, maybe that person, though, has issues. Maybe they're into drugs. Maybe they're into criminal activities that kids shouldn't be around. I don't know. That's something you have to determine. But even then, the kids probably do need to still see their parent. And you can have that more of a supervised parenting time, which the court can set up. Again, has to be in court. So get a lawyer, and I have a video on how to pick a lawyer, and get a lawyer and get that thing started, because it's important for that to happen. Now, child support is usually an issue in custody matters too. I had many cases, by the way. I'm a retired lawyer, and I'm not giving you legal advice. This is my personal opinion after 25 years of working in this field. That a lot of times clients would come in with support issues. Their other party is not paying anything toward that. Now, sometimes you live together with somebody and it didn't work out and you have kids and you haven't established anything as far as support. Again, you got to go to court. Now, maybe that other party, while you're separated, is paying you something every week, and they're doing it on a regular basis. Maybe you don't need to go to court, but I would suggest strongly that you do, because that person right now is happy about it. But what happens if they find somebody else and has kids with another person? Then they're not going to be so likely to start making payments to you. And some courts say that whoever files first, those kids get priority. So your kids might not get any child support except after the other kids get it, and it'll be a less amount. So go talk to a lawyer to find out what your state does about support. Next thing, if you do not have the father determined, there's a thing called paternity, and that's a paper that you can get from the court determining that person is the father. Now, maybe that person will sign an order saying they are the father. They have no problem with it. But a lot of times you have somebody who says, I'm not the father, and you have to go to court and have them take a blood test. And that blood test will determine whether they're the father. And if they are the father, then that paternity has been determined. And the court, again, will take care of taking care of child support and parenting time for you. Now, let's say you have a order set up for custody, and that other party is coming to take the kids. And when the kids come back, they're in the same clothes that they left with. Dirty. That person hasn't even washed them. Ask that parent why. And they might say, well, I don't have the money to buy clothes, blah, blah, blah. If you really care about those kids, send some clothes with them when they go to see that parent. Granted, you might never see those clothes back, so I'm sorry to have to say that, but you might not see them. But if you're thinking about what's best for the kids, send them some extra clothes so that at least they can have some change of clothes while they're in the parenting time with that father. Another question, when the kids are with the other party, you want to know what's going on. But be careful how you ask questions of the kids. Do not put them on the stand and ask them question after question. Try to do it as nicely as you can, because if you ever have to end up in court, the judge is not going to be really happy if you are really asking them too many questions, because the kids don't know what's going on. I mean, kids do know in a way, but do it nicely. This is another part. The kids know what's going on, and if you are having issues, make sure that the teachers know about it, because the teachers will keep track. And if they see problems with the kids' inattention at school, acting out, maybe they need to get into counseling, because these can be issues that a custody battle or even a divorce battle will cause the kids to act out. I don't care how old they are. They will have issues, most likely. So let the teachers know, and the teachers can set up some kind of counseling. If you don't want to have the teachers to know, set up counseling yourself, because down the road you will be glad that you had some kind of counseling set up. Now, make sure that the other party is spending time with the kids by doing things. You don't want them to just sit in front of a TV all day with their father or mother watching TV. Have them get outside. And that's another reason to ask the kids what's going on. Now, if it's wintertime, obviously, and the kids go outside, you want to make sure they have proper clothing, and the other party has a proper clothing for them. I don't care what they do. Check with the kids to make sure that they are being clothed properly. Another thing, ask them about what they're eating. Are they eating properly? Are they just going to McDonald's all the time? Be nice that that other party actually cooked dinners for them. Now, maybe the other party has a new girlfriend or boyfriend, and that person's doing the cooking and the cleaning. You need to find out who that person is and check them out, because you don't know anything about them, and they are spending a lot of time with your kids. So check out that other party and do it in a nice way. You don't want to be nasty about it. But again, this person is around your kids, well, all day and all night probably. So check them out and make sure you know what's going on. Now, another thing is, when you are having the other party around the kids, if you can have witnesses to how that party is reacting, so those witnesses can see, are they investing in those kids? Are the kids sitting on their lap? Are they playing with the kids? Do they talk to the kids? Or are they just sitting there ignoring the kids? And if you can, again, have a witness, so that down the road, if you ever have to go to court, that you will have somebody else who will be willing to take the stand and talk about what's going on with the kids with them. And the bottom line of all of this is, make sure that you have something filed in court right now. You don't want to have to come back a year from now and lose out in all that time that you could have had the court papers all ready for you. Now, if the other party is willing to sign paperwork, do it right now. Get it out of the way. A lot of times when the kids are born, the hospital will have you sign paperwork right there indicating that other person is the father. That's great. And don't lose that paperwork. Keep it, because that down the road will show that they admitted to being the father. And that's really important down the road, because that makes the custody battle a little bit less involved. So those are all my tips right now. If you did get something out of this, please give me a thumbs up. Come back and visit me for other ones, and I'm going to have other videos. Again, I'm a retired lawyer. I've been around for more than 25 years, and I'm not giving you legal advice because every state's different. But hopefully you did get some good tips out of this. Okay? Bye now. Nope. for what it's worth. Shit. What's going on, darn it? Probably wasn't. Let me double check that. I did